Hello, everyone. I'm Chongli from Beijing University of Technology. And today I'm very glad to present our ongoing work about automatically identified requirements-oriented review using a hybrid feature extraction approach. I will really appreciate your valuable comments and feedback at the end of this presentation, which I believe will help us to further polish our work. Yeah. Okay, so we starting from the background and the motivation of our work, and then we introduce the essential idea of our approach, and then we present the preliminary results of our evaluation, and finally conclude the presentation. So it has been widely recognized that user online review has been a valuable source for understanding and mining user requirements. Not mentioning nowadays, there are really a huge amount of user review available in various application stores or market or so on and so forth. So we have been aware that given the huge amount of user review, and different researchers have carried out a lot of corresponding research. Um, some of them they focus on the diverse content of the user review and come out with a list of categories of such user review, and also propose corresponding automatical classifiers for classifying those review according to the category. In another group of researchers, they rather focus on the textual features, and they extracting those features of user review, which will which will be helpful for understanding the meanings of user review as well as contributing to the automatical classifications of those review. Mm, Once those features can be imported into the training algorithms. So the motivation or the main concern of this paper is that so all of these piece works they focus on mining review, and so there are a list of concepts that from the review part, and so there are sort of connections between the concepts in the review concept and the requirements engineering concept. What we are going to do is to come out with more comprehensive mappings between these two parts of concept, and merge them into what we call requirements-oriented review. Because from our research perspective, thinking about the requirements of us as a RE researcher. So we are going to analyze a couple of RE concepts, and we will analyze a couple of RE analysis tasks, and we want to have more comprehensive mappings between this part and those part, and that will also help us to better understanding and the meanings and the connections between the review concept and RE concept, and that is why we called it the requirements-oriented review. We call that RR. So as for our approach, we first defining the conceptual model of our RR by combining the concept from these two parts, and then we follow a top-down manner to systematically derive the textual features of each RR, each requirements-oriented review. Starting from the semantic meaning of is starting from the semantic meaning that are within the RE field. And finally, we do the automatical classification by using the ad hoc ways. The ad hoc ML, machine learning algorithms, so on and so forth. yeah, so we first look at the details here. And okay, so basically here the green field rectangle indicates the RE concept that we borrow from a requirements ontology that has been proposed in the literature. Yeah, like the quality requirements, the functional requirements, so on and so forth. And the blue rectangle indicates the categories of user review that has been proposed in the previous work. And what we are trying to identify is we try to identify the most related categories. I mean, the categories that most are related to the RE concept, such as the improvement request, the shortcomings, content requests, and feature requests, as well as establish the connections between those concepts and the RE concept. And in such way, I mean, based on this kind of connection, and we are better to systematically analyze the review and to make the review analyze a result and directly contribute to the corresponding RE concept. And for our later analysis, we actually follow a top-down manner to derive the textual features of those user review, and then and map it to the RE concept. Okay, so for the next step, we're starting from the RR concept. So it can also be seen as the semantic level. In terms of NLP techniques. So here you can think like the semantic level. And we then move to the syntactic level by defining a list of linguistic rules which characterize the particular category of user review by using a particular syntactic structure. And then we further move down to the textual, the lexical level, in which we can check the whether a linguistic rule is held or not by using the syntactic patterns that we have defined here. And by following this kind of top-down manner, we eventually derive the textual features of the requirements-oriented review, and which will be, and those features will be used for training the classifiers. So we briefly introduced the training part. So this is a textual feature that we just derived by following the top-down manner. And just note that we have actually also another way, another bottom-up way to obtain such features by using our previous work in which we're calculating the sentence similarities between different user review. Okay, so based on all of these textual features, and we import it into the ad hoc machine learning algorithm and to train corresponding classifier. Basically, we have carried out a preliminary evaluation in which we manually labeled a little bit more than 1,000 review. And, according to the concept model that we proposed before, and so we actually didn't compare with other approach yet, but we just try to compare a different machine learning algorithm to see which will come out with the best result. So it seems that, so here the best result that we can have is promising that it have more than 0.8 F1 score, and which we believe could be further improved by polishing this piece of work. Okay, so just briefly conclude the paper. So our essential idea actually is trying to merge to combine the concept from RE and the concept from user review, and follow a systematic way to derive the textual features of user review and use them to train classifiers. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.